Dear Diary, may the energy from this week bring many blessings to the weeks coming after. Welcome to another week of my creatives audio and visual diary. I'm starting this week off spending some time with my girlfriends. So me and my bestie, or I forced on my bestie a bestie calendar of events, and one of them was a hair and fit combined file date where we throw outfit ideas and inspo into a combined shared Canva file. Now this is totally perfect for us because we consult with each other over every huge outfit and fit, so we definitely need something to refer back to, and it's necessary because we love to fit plan and we need to know what we're wearing, when we're wearing it, how we're wearing it, and it works out for us. Let's pause for a little commotion for the hair. We love big hair nay, don't we? This evening, I had a little date planned with my sister Amira. We were linking up at Blondie and Maniac on Main Street, and Blondie is a super vibe in itself. Like, if I were to design a restaurant, which I've designed places before, not a restaurant before yet, or before now, I will in the future. If I were to design a restaurant, it will look a lot like Blondie. I love all the vibes, the aesthetic, the materiality, all the design choices they did their big one with Blondie. Not to mention the food, the drinks, the menu. I haven't had a bad bite or bad drink at Blondie yet. Like, they literally are my heart in a restaurant. I can't even explain it. The next couple of days I used to prepare for my baby's first dance, which almost didn't happen, or she almost did not attend because she was not feeling well all this week. She did not go to school from Monday to like Wednesday, returned to school on Friday. Honestly, Thursday nobody had school. She returned on Friday. Not 100%, I would say like 85%, still a little stuffed up, but we had already been planning for this dance for weeks and weeks, and I was like, please Lord, let her feel well enough to be able to go, and she did, and the details came together effortlessly. I felt so honored. Leila Money actually let me curate her look. I mean, not without a million suggestions. She picked out the dress. Now, the dress was a fight. I'm not gonna lie. I was against the dress. I thought it was too boring, too plain, and in black mama essence, I was like, listen, we gotta show up and show out. Everybody's gonna be wearing a plain little dress, but I'm like, okay. At the end of the day, that's what she wanted. I can dress it up, and she's still gonna stand out. She's still gonna look like $1,000,000, which she did. It was so funny because when we dropped her off, when she walked in, she would not allow me to walk in with her to take pictures, sadly. When she walked in, all you heard was Leila, and like all this commotion. I was like, wow, we did our big one with that look. And me and Maurice know how to take advantage of some parent time. So we planned, of course, a date at the bar. The funny thing is, we parked near Layla's school. We were planning to go to a restaurant that was near Layla's school. On the way walking over, we see one of our players walking in the rain. And we're like, hello, what are you doing out here? And he's like, oh, I'm walking home. Mind you, he's like a good hour and a half walk from where he was. It's raining. So we're like, does your mom know you're walking? And he's like, no. So we call his mom. His mom was like, I'm actually out at his school in wherever his school is, which was an hour away. So I'm like, I could not imagine being a mom and going to my child's school. They said that he left, going home. He's not home yet. And probably the time she would have taken to go home, he would have still been walking for another hour. So I'm so glad and blessed that we, saw him in passing, and it did cut our little date short, but it was fine. So y'all know what we do after games. We review film. And Layla had 2 games this weekend, or this Saturday. She had one with BWP where she played up against these big boys. And then she has one in another area where she plays with her age group, but she's dominating that league just altogether. Like, she should be player of the league, honestly. But Saturday nights where we don't have anything to do, I like to try to play and experiment in the kitchen. So I wanted to make these salmon burritos, and I whipped my air fryer out, which I haven't used for like 2 years. It's been in my cabinet collecting dust for like 2 years. I said, let's whip it out. let's play with some salmon and some salmon burritos and see like what cooking method, I guess, works best. So when I say experiment and play, I know just about what it takes to cook a good salmon in the air fryer and salmon cubes. So when I'm saying playing, I'm just kind of, playing around with different times, temperatures, cooking the salmon with the sauce on to see how crisp and sticky it'll be on the outside versus cooking the salmon first for a little bit, then putting the sauce on. I don't know. This is what I call fun. And at the end of the day, all the salmon is edible and all of it is delicious. I didn't end up overcooking any of it severely. Like one batch, I think the first batch that I cooked through for a little bit, then put the sauce on and cooked again. That one got a little overcooked. But when I tell you, mix in with the other cubes, you can't tell the difference. Everything was juicy and delicious. Like all of the different batches are delicious, to be honest. Like my favorite batch, honestly, which I didn't think it would be, was the batch that I cooked the whole time with the sauce. And it was cooked for a short amount of time, so the salmon was still juicy, but the sauce still got a little sticky. I thought my favorite batch was going to be the one where I cooked it through a little bit to get the crisp on the outside of the salmon and then added the sauce. But like I said, the full sauce cook ended up being my favorite one. Dear Diary, I got halfway through mopping this burrito before I realized I did not add my brown rice. I was like, something is missing. It's so delicious. I can't tell what it is. Something is missing. And at this point, of me looking at it, I'm like, oh, the rice. I'll have to run that back tomorrow.
10 out of fucking 10, 12, 20 out of 10. This right here is amazing. And I'm happy.
Dear Diary, you will be proud of me. I'm staying consistent with getting my stuff together. I'm staying organized. I'm staying inspired. I'm staying creative. I'm finding space to show new love and new genuine efforts to the people around me. In the new week, I'm looking forward to celebrating my baby's 11th birthday and also curating and celebrating at her 11th birthday party. We have a mall party planned with a slumber party afterwards. However, we will be watching the snow. There is plenty of snow in the forecast for next week, including the day after her birthday and Saturday into Sunday, which is when her slumber party is planned. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. Regardless if things need to shift, I feel like I'm in a great space organizationally to really make those moves in a seamless and not chaotic way. And with the way things are going outside, and I do mean politically, I do mean disasterly, I have braced my body to take on all the shifts and changes that need to happen. I do want to take a moment to send love to the victims and the families of the victims of the crashes in both DC and Philly. It's so wicked outside. Every day is getting harder to disassociate, but I have to keep my head in the know because outside, like I said, is wicked. And to center peace, I do need to know what's going on. To continue to keep a level head, I will continue to be informed, continue to be involved, while also continuing to be inspired and continuing to be creative. Until next week.
Crab cake for sure.